Hi there. I am live and I feel like a reporter. I'm live and on scene. My name is Trisha Broderick. I'm with Ignite Insight and Innovation and the Chief Experience Officer at X2A. And I am going live this month. It's March 2026 from conference. First of all, I've got to just say this conference is in a like repurposed, I guess maybe is the right word, elementary school. And I decided to do this session like in the hallway right next to where the detention room was, because that seems fitting for me as we're going forward. And for those that are coming online, if you can just confirm that my comments, that you can hear me, because I'm using a different mic this go around. So I just want to make sure that you can hear me with things. So that would be helpful for me. But I'm going to come live. We may get a guest. We may see who walks by, but they're in sessions right now. So this is the Agile Open Northwest Open Space Conference. They do it once a year. It's my first time here. I have not been to this conference before, but Diana Larson and Ray RL, they have been like highlighting it for years. And so this was just finally my first time that I was able to get here, and I'm excited. We just wrapped up. So let me explain what an open space is, and I won't do it justice like if April was explaining it or Diana was explaining it, but it's a ability for people to come together. They decide the agenda on the fly based on who's in the room, what they're doing, and what topics they want. And they have this marketplace, and you can fill up the board, and then you can go to different sessions as you see fit, and people will be walking around. It's kind of a very empowering agency type of an event where if the session that you chose isn't serving you, then you can go move to another session and all that's good stuff. So they just filled the board. People are headed out to the different ones, and I'm coming live because this is my scheduled time. I'm a little bit ahead of my scheduled time, but I'm trying to fit it into the things. When I first started attending open spaces, I was a little nervous because I was just like, oh, that's light. We can't do that light. Let's try this way. I was a little bit nervous in terms of what if I don't like the sessions, or do I present something? Do I not? Is there value? And I know it can be tough for a lot of companies too. It's like, well, there's agendas. How are we going to know? But I've never experienced an open space where something wasn't valuable coming out of it. And in some ways, the freedom and the flexibility of deciding in the moment allows for really recent topics or current issues or challenges that you're facing that you want to explore. I'm even here today thinking about with this new role, like, ooh, what can I talk with somebody about to test out an idea I'm having, what that's going to mean, what that's going to be. And because I didn't have to submit it 6 months in advance, it gives me a lot more flexibility to kind of pull the value out of this as I need. And that's powerful with it. But there are some tips. There are some dynamics to paying attention. It can be a little nerve-wracking for first-timers to put up a session. April Jefferson's hosting this one and facilitating this one. And she did this really wonderful thing of like letting all first-timers kind of submit their sessions first, because it can be a bit intimidating first time going up, I want to talk about this. What if nobody comes? Right? What if nobody wants to engage with it? But that's part of it as you're going along with this. So they kind of highlight it. It allows people to have their voices, and then you can see who's excited, but also freeing with that. And so there are some tips that I do when I have one of these, is I have to be selective, right? There are options to bounce around to be a bumblebee or whatnot. But I really kind of like to just stay with a session and see what else happens during it personally. Now, I have done some open space sessions like in different venues. It doesn't always have to be in the rooms that you have in different areas. I've done poolside sessions or going for walk sessions, and those can be really powerful too. Because a lot of times, even at conferences, the more traditional conferences, a lot of the beneficial meteor like insights can happen in the hallways or in the different areas. So don't be afraid to try a totally different session. In some ways, that's the power of an open space, is you can really kind of feel free to go, I don't think I would normally attend a full session of this, but now I'm curious, what is this? What do people keep saying? And I can just kind of sit in the back, listen, hear what they're saying, and start to learn from that in a safe kind of environment with it. So it can be really powerful on that front. Another tip that I have for open space is do some brainstorming beforehand. Like, what are some possible topics you might want to position, or you might want to encourage someone else to promote for you or pitch for you. But think about what it is that you're looking, what problems you have that you want to try and get, suggestions on, advice for, to explore, to collaborate with others on. That can be really powerful as well. And by thinking a little bit ahead of time, it takes a little bit of pressure off as you're going forward. I was actually with a group of people, and they brainstormed collaboratively, a whole group of them, about different tech topics they wanted to cover and discuss and talk about for today, so that they weren't kind of all saying the same thing and then missing some opportunities to cover a number of different topics. So I've never seen anybody do that before collaboratively. I think about brainstorming myself, but I was like, oh, this is brilliant. Because then they didn't have everybody offering the same session and losing their spot in line. And so that was very smart on their behalf with that. Another tip, and I have no notes. I'm actually holding my computer screen up, so hopefully it's not shaking too much, although I just shook it a lot for everybody right now with things. And apparently the session's going right now. I was kind of hoping I'd see some people walking in the hallways, but they are empty. People are in the sessions. And so it must be starting off really strong already with it, because I was going to try and steal somebody as they were walking by with things. So another tip I have for open space style, again, events without an agenda with different areas, is take a break, though, because it can be a lot, and the topics can be all over. So it can be almost like a little fire hose feel to it, even more so than just a general conference, because in a general conference, you almost have time to prepare yourself and just what you're going to see, what order you're going to see it, where you're going to see it. And so taking a little bit of time, that if you need a break and take a block off, do that, right? If you need some consistency, try and look at it, because you're doing all of the planning on the fly and in the moment, and that can increase that fire hose feeling and challenge that you might be experiencing. So with that, another tip that I have, I think I always try and do 3, so I don't want to ruin any of those, but I may actually try and walk to see if I can actually show a room for a second. I don't know if that's allowed, but it's open space, and we can try and highlight and demonstrate. So I'm going to peek in here just so that you can kind of see some of how it goes about and what it might look like. So that's just one corner of what is the gym, carpeted gym this go around now, and they are doing a session, and then in each different corner, so I'm going to walk around again to just show you for a second what some of the other areas of the gym area of the elementary school looks like and how they're doing sessions with it. I'll try and keep the computer as steady as I can. Bear with me. Still read the code in our one
about how many of them are meeting in person now. It's only for me to find out.
I'm giving a little love to your event. Say hello.
Hello! Yeah. We're happy. We're excited. It's happening.
Give a pitch for your for the board.
So.
Oh wait, here. Take that.
So.
Oh, look at your green vest.
I've got a green.
That is amazing. I did not take off the
green filter.
The green filter. So we're gonna do that because that looks
so I can
amazing.
do that. Yeah. So my name's Steve Guo. I'm president of the Agile Open Northwest Board, and we are looking for a Portland representative to add to the board for community, for excitement and energy, because we believe in representing through our board members.
Is it possible you could take this conversation out of the hall, because we can't hear what's going on?
And I'm too loud.
And that's what happens, people. But that's the dynamic that can come into play in an open space where when you have everybody in the room, it's loud. So it works and it pulls people as they're going forward. So as Steve said, if you're interested in the board position, they are looking for a Portland representative. So that could be a great opportunity for people and something that I highly recommend for people as they're going along with stuff. So in terms of what's coming up for me, as I made my announcement recently, I don't have a lot of public classes. We have one more Leading Amazing Teams course scheduled, I believe, in May. We're doing one in next week. I think there's only like one seat available for next week. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But otherwise, I think the next one's in May. But I will be having some things coming out about X2A and offerings and opportunities in that space as well coming. So stay tuned. And if you need anything, just holler. Otherwise, till next time.